Message for today: there's power in positivity. So the way that we interact with those around us and the world around us depends on our perception of the world and our attitude, right? So when we have a negative perception of the world, we may view the world as a dangerous place with people who are unkind, right? Or when we have a positive perception, we may view the world as a beautiful place with interesting people that we have yet to meet, right? And the way that you view or perceive the world, that determines how you interact with the people around you. So if you're constantly thinking the world is a negative place with negative people, when you interact with people, you're always going to assume the worst from them. You're always going to assume that they're thinking the worst, that they're plotting the worst, that they're against you, and sometimes we can't see the good things for what they truly are because we have a perception that, the world is a bad place. But then on the other hand, if you look at the world through what they call rose-colored glasses and your perception of the world is, like naive, and you think all people are good and this and that, then you can be hurt in that way too, because you may accept people and situations thinking that people, care and love you when really they don't have your best interests at heart. So, finding a healthy balance between these two is the best place to be, right? But leaning more towards the positive. Because when you are, out here interacting in the world, you're always emitting a frequency. And if you're in a positive attitude, you're emitting a higher frequency. If you're in a negative attitude, you're emitting a lower frequency. And that which is like itself attracts unto itself. Meaning, whatever you're putting out into the universe is going to be what you get in return. So if you're putting out this negative signal, then that's what you're going to attract to yourself. Those are the type of experiences and people that you're going to attract. Even if a situation may not be negative, your negative frequency can cause it to turn into a negative situation, because perception can be reality at times. When you perceive things a certain way, that becomes your reality. So even if it's not the actual reality, in your mind, it is, right? But if you put out a positive frequency, a positive vibration, that is what you will attract back to yourself. You will have better experiences. You will have better dealings with people by just emitting a more positive frequency. Sometimes that can be hard though, because certain people and situations affect our frequency. But it is up to us to maintain our own frequency, right? So don't allow others to pull you down into a negative space. Don't allow others to control your vibration and your frequency and what you're attracting into your life, because you are the one who is in control. No one else has the ability to affect you unless you allow them. So your frequency and your vibration is in your control and in your power. So you are the one who controls what kind of people you experience, what kind of situations you experience. Now, granted, there are things that are out of our control. Yes, we will run into people that we don't expect. We will encounter situations that we may not be prepared for. But it's all about how you deal with those people and how you deal with those experiences, right? Because you have that choice. So when you remain in a positive frame of mind and you're, bringing experiences into your life that are positive, you will have better results and better outcomes, and you will feel better about yourself and about the people and the world around you, right? But it all stems from your own attitude and how you view and perceive the world around you, because again, that determines how you interact with people. Like if you go somewhere and you think people are bad and the world is a dangerous place, then everywhere you go, you're going to be very distrusting of people. You're going to be distrusting of situations. Even when someone shows you kindness, you're not going to know how to accept it because you're instantly thinking someone is trying to harm you, you know? So when you're constantly in that thought process, that's what you're going to actually attract to yourself. Even if the situation didn't start off that way, your mind and your conversation is going to lead it in that direction, because perception becomes reality, right? And your mind will try to match your reality with what it's thinking, right? So the best thing to do is to choose a new thought, right? Sometimes we have to kind of, go through the little details one by one and kind of check them off. Like, does this person care about me? Yes or no, right? So if it's a yes, would this person do such and such to harm me, right? Like, sometimes you have to go down the list. Is this person really trying to bring me harm, or is it my mind, trying to play tricks on me and keep me in a negative headspace, right? But sometimes, like I said, there are those out there, unfortunately, who do want to cause harm. So you have to find that healthy medium and being able to discern, because there are other signals that if you listen to your intuition, they will be able to guide you, right? Those gut feelings, or if you feel, uneasy, or if you get goosebumps, or if the hair stands up on the back of your neck, or, there's all kinds of other little signs that we can use to determine situations. We don't have to automatically walk into them thinking the worst, right? Because 9 times out of 10, when we do that, that's what we cause for ourselves, right? So the message for today is just, as much as you can, remain in a positive frame of mind. Do not allow others to control your attitude, right? And then the more that you are able to view the world and think about the world in a positive manner, the more positive you will attract unto yourself. So thank you for tuning in. Much love, blessings, and abundance to you all. See you soon.